Hi tubes, VTHV1 here. Bruce the Handyman version 1 is a handyman never does the same thing twice. If you look really close, I'll start again. This kitchen is 25 years old this month. We bought the house 25 years ago, stripped the kitchen and put in these cabinets. Now they're still good cabinets, but they are out of date. But what we're going to do is we're just going to update them a little bit. We're going to first of all stain the worn spots, and then we're going to change out the hardware to something that's not oak and brass. Although the whole house is oak and brass, as you can see right there. So we've got some worn spots right there. These strips along these are glue-on strips. It's not solid oak. Nothing is solid oak anymore. And there's worn edges here. And if you really look, this is the cupboard that's used the most. It is looking kind of shaky. The edge of the cupboard here is worn quite badly. And down here on the kick panel, you can see it's really worn. So my next mission is to just try a few spots of sanding and putting some stain on. And we're going to see how it goes. And if it goes well, we'll change out the hardware, like I said. Here's some more of those edges that need to be replaced. Not all of them. The edges over here are good. So I don't believe in fix them good. So we're going to keep the same 1989 or 1989 color. Because I don't have a problem with the age of something, but when it starts to deteriorate, I believe it should be fixed. So anyway, we'll give you an update a little bit later on. I think I'm going to start with that kick panel down there, doing some sanding and cussing. Well, there we are, tubers. We've got the first corner done, back to that wall. And we're up to here, so you can definitely see where my improvements lay. So the guy at the hardware store told me I had to sand it right down to wood, but I didn't. I used 100 grit and then a 220 grit on a, on a sanding block like that. Sandpaper cut into strips that size, which come off the paper just like that. I guess you'd call that widthwise. This is the original country oak stain we were given 25 years ago, and it looks like it's going to do okay. We're not into this to paint the Mona Lisa or rebuild the Space Shuttle Columbia. We're in here just to spruce up the cupboards so they don't look haggard. Well, now I've stained the entire kick panel. This is my experiment to see if this is going to work. I'm using a water-based clear coat over top of a very old lacquer. But I'd sanded it, restained it, and now I've just put 2 coats of polyurethane or something or rather thane on that kick panel. So it seems to be working. There, it's done all the way around. I have ironed on a new edge here that has not been stained yet. The same with this edge here. It had peeled away, and I ironed it on. It's an iron-on product. This is it here. You lay it over the edge, and you use an old iron. I have a garage iron, and an old iron, and then you very carefully peel off the thickness difference, if you can see that. And then this door is the first door. I shouldn't have taken this one off yet because it's the most visible door, and I've been sanding and playing with this one to go to the next phase. So I'm done down on the kick panel. That's the hardest part for me, on the knees and elbows and neck. So my next thing is going to be the shelving. I'm going to actually try and re-iron this on and get that gap closed. I did it here. And oh, by the way, it's the first day of spring. Alright, tubes, the doors are coming off, and I'm just staining them now. You can see it's a little lighter color around where the handles are. We're going to be putting new handles on. This one is being rough sanded with a 150, and then fine sanded with a 250 for the wood. I would never use that rough sandpaper on the finish, because my kick panels look really good. They look quite a bit darker, don't they? So anyway, I've got the stain done on the little shelvings. Of course, it still looks a little bit rough. Now on these ones, I actually got smart and I just re-ironed these ones down and heated them with the old garage iron. Hi guys. Well, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this. I'm doing it. It's a decision we make together. Is there is just an age crack in that. It's actually just laminated plywood. They call them solid oak cupboards, but it's only because of the outside edge. So here is why we're refinishing these. Now just watch what the stain will do here. We'll just let that soak in there and we'll wipe it off and she'll be gone. So there we go. This is one of the bigger doors. So we're working on the cupboards. It still looks pretty rough, but I've got 2 coats of fine coat now on the doors, and I've got most of them back on. It's been about a 4 or 5 day job, sanding them, staining them, and then 2 coats of clear. So anyway, I would just stopping in the middle of my process here. I hate that word. Just thought I'd get you caught up. We're close. I've got 2 coats of clear on the doors, and I'm going to leave them overnight before I put the handles back on. And we are going to use the original handles. We've cleaned them up and they look pretty good. They're better quality than the handle that we bought at the store. Adios. There we go, tubes. The kitchen is coming back together, and I must say there's a nice new shine in my cupboards. Look at that. You can see the light reflection. So, you know, we have a problem in North America, right? If something is 25 years old, you just knock it down and put in new stuff. But I don't believe in that. The quality is still here after 25 years. They line up pretty good. They're nice and shiny. I know it's country oak, and country oak isn't popular anymore. But gosh, those are pretty nice cupboards now with the 3 coats of color and stain. No handles yet, of course. But that's my complaint about North America. You know, something's 25 or 30 years old and you knock it down and put up a new one. But these cupboards are shining like new now. Look at that. There'll be handles on there eventually. But my house is also stucco, and I see the old Italian homes in Tuscany, you know, and all that, and they got that stucco with the rain stains below the windows, and everybody thinks it's so beautiful. But in North America, we tear it down. So anyway, that's my rant. Well, there we are, tubes. I've worked for a week, and my kitchen looks the same as it did a week ago. But not quite. This is what I'm going to call my old English kitchen. Because in England they keep natural woods around for hundreds of years. Got a nice shine on those cupboards, like I showed you before. Modern microwave. Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah, the shelving is all done too. I forgot about that. New edging here. Oh, sorry. New edging on here. That took some patience. I took the handles that were not abused from there, and I put the lightly used handles over on this side, so it looks just a little crisper. And then I put the beat up handles on the other side where you don't notice. So that's a good thing we did, because this door is country oak, they say, and the old maple table.